Hey everybody, Red Army here for BLGaming.com, and today I'm gonna talk about the last two patches since I haven't made a video for the last patch. Uh, as a heads up, I have not made that video because I didn't feel the changes were enough to warrant a new video. Um, Stuff that has been found since the last time I made a video was in the last patch, a new skin for Thor, new login lobby for the next god, the upcoming god, which is not Apollo, of course, and some more Norse map stuff, but I'm not gonna show that. And the next god, who will come like in 2 weeks or so. So let's start with the skin. That one has been in the patch of Aphrodite, and I'm gonna show it to you. This skin is for Thor, and it is based on Tribe's Ascend, another one of hi-rez's games, and it is a Blood Eagle armor with a, respected hammer for Thor here. I think Bard said on some of the streams of hi-rez, or one of them, that they are maybe going to do some sort of cross-promotion between their games, and this skin is probably gonna be it. So this is probably not gonna be a jam skin, but rather a special marketing skin for tribes. So that's that. Nurse Neath, which is the skin I showed you last video, has been removed from the game files. They might just work on it more or something. Who knows? So no naughty nurse anymore. There is no new particles, no news regarding the skins, no new god particles or model. Um, there is placeholder art for the next god. I'm not going to show it to you just yet. As said, there has been some stuff with the Norse map, like the buildings have been assembled. It's like, it mostly looks like what I've showed you last time. Not last time, but like when I talked about the Norse map, like way back with the patch before Hercules or Jablanque, and I think it was the Bacchus patch. Like way before then with the Maya map and such, like my first videos, there's like one video about the Norse map. It's basically that, another minion, which is basically the Norse Fury, which is just Viking Fury. And I think I've showed you the new towers, the new Norse towers, which are basically those glowing trees. I think that's all there is, basically. There has been no news, I think, about them. So, let's talk about the upcoming lobby. If you have noticed, since I think it was Neath's patch, hi-rez has started to introduce god-specific login screens. Like if you boot up Smite and put in your nickname and your password, it will show you like the latest god in some sort of lobby that is based around the god. Like Neith was standing in an Egyptian temple, Poseidon was like in this underwater area, and Apollo and Aphrodite both share like this Greek-based little hill. Uh, the next one is going to be a Chinese lobby, so the next god also is going to be Chinese. Before we knew about Apollo, or before Apollo was confirmed, there was like some god names inside the game files, and so uh, it wasn't really possible to determine which would have been the next god just by those names alone. So Apollo was one of them, and I'm going to talk about the other two in just a bit. So here is one of the parts of the Chinese login lobby. Some sort of lion statue. We have some sort of bridge. These are not the end textures. Like, this one is the only textured model. So these are gonna be getting some texture, some sort of pagoda, a lantern, hills, another pagoda, and I think that's it. So yeah, Chinese login screen, and that led me and the data miners I'm working with to believe that it's likely that the Chinese god would be next. So we were wrong. Apollo was next. But the Chinese god is up next after this patch. So, who is it gonna be? It's gonna be Naisha, the third Lotus Prince. He has some placeholder art. This is his icon, and this is his splash screen art. And let's see if I can fit both of them. Yeah, so you can see both. Nesha is gonna be the next god. He also has some placeholder icons for his skills already. Uh, they're just generic 1, 2, 3, 4, and P for his passive. And the names for his abilities also are in the files. And some like parameters to what they are supposed to do. So I can tell you some speculation about them, but or what I think he might gonna do. But it's of course all subject to change. He might be completely different. So his passive is called Child of the Lotus. He also has some sort of reincarnation thing going on, which I think is based around the Child of the Lotus. So I can't really tell you about that much. So yeah, passive is called Child of the Lotus. That is all I can tell you. He also has some sort of reincarnation ability, which I assume has to do with the passive, because that's how his lore works. Like, his teacher resurrected him with Lotus or something. His four abilities are based around his four trademark weapons. So, his first ability is gonna be the Armillary Sash. I think it's some sort of grab, kind of like Ares. His second ability is gonna be the Universe Ring, which seems to be some sort of stun. His third ability is gonna be called Flame Spear, and it's gonna be a buff. And it's very likely that he is gonna be a melee character, a melee fighter, particularly, and or assassin, how they're calling them now. So basically, a high DPS, low health. That's at least what I assume. And he's likely going to use a spear as his basic weapon. And the flame spear is basically a buff for it. And his fourth trademark item, which is going to be his ultimate, is going to be the fire wind wheels, or wind fire wheels. I forgot which the order is exactly. I think it was wind fire wheels. And from what we can tell, the wind fire wheels, he's gonna grab you and he's gonna carry you around the map. So I think kind of like a mix between RA's ult and say Apollo's ult. Kind of like that. He picks you up and lifts you around. Gonna go skating with you. Yeah, that's his skills. Another god name we found, which also is an Eastern Asian god. However, he's Korean, I think. His name is Yumong, and he's some sort of archer. And he has been in the files for quite a while, I think since the Poseidon patch. He has been referenced. He hasn't been really expanded upon, but what I've seen, he uses a basic ranged attack with the bow. Like he has some sort of air projectile. He also uses some sort of fan that also shoots arrows, I think, and he has some sort of deployable quiver. That's all the references I know from Yumong, and they haven't really like expanded upon that. But Yumong might be a very possible next or coming up god among the fan favorites, of course, Fenrir and Yanlo Wang, which are two gods whose models have been found way back in summer last year, and whose models since then have been removed. So, you know, um, so yeah, Nate Shaw is gonna be the next god, and Yumong is a possibility for a future god. We haven't found any other god names, I think, so far. But what we found is a very basic kit, which leads me to believe that that is not gonna be a character, but rather some sort of NPC, like some sort of boss character or minion character. Not boss character, a minion character. He has a flame sword, a flame bow, a flame boulder, and a smoke bomb. That's it. Like nothing else. We don't know exactly um, what it's gonna do, whom it belongs to. There's no other references really to that. It's like just those four moves being put together. So there's maybe there's some sort of fire gun in the works, and those are like some sort of work in progress names, but we don't know. Like my first reaction was maybe they're gonna do Surtur, but Surtur is not really known for using a bow, so who knows? I think that's about it. Everything I know. We found some references to new modes as well as their respective NPCs, and yeah, that's about it actually. So I hope you enjoyed. If you do, please subscribe. I usually with each patch I upload a video, unless it's like just some really minor stuff doesn't really uh, that doesn't really warrant a new video. Uh, or or go check out blgaming.com for your newest infos about Smite competitive game, uh, patch notes, any sort of updates or reveals. Of course, data mining. I usually post there a lot, and also check Reddit, the Smite subreddit. My friend Rayo there is on top of the things to keep everything updated uh, in his data mining posts. So everything we find, like he puts it there. There's also a lot of speculation from him regarding what several characters or moves or modes do. So if you're interested in that, check that out. And check out Smite Wiki, which I am an admin of. I usually keep like the really sorted out info there. Like those pictures, for instance, are uploaded there if you want to see them. The names of the moves are listed there, and that's about it. Like for next shot at least. And I always try to keep the god page updated, and like with every reveal, I add new stuff. So check that out if interested. And thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.